So the other thing that showed up right after those showed up, these were in the mailbox. And these should be what we talked about last week when I told y'all that we went to the Barnes & Nobles and I couldn't read anything, so I put on a bunch of readers. Y'all, I ordered some and I couldn't decide what I wanted, so I ordered 3 different things of them. I'm going to show you guys right now. They're all from Amazon, so they're all like $10 or something each. But I don't have... Hey, kid, will you open this for me, please? I only have one hand. Help your mother out. Open that, please. So, I got different designs, different styles, because I could not decide if I wanted to look like a weird librarian or if I wanted to... Look, I can't do anything with one hand. This is not working for me. No, you got to open the box, too. Okay, that one works. Okay, so these are... What does this say? Cheers devices. I feel like there was a different name for these. What are they? Cheers devices. Are you going to try on a pair of the readers? I know. There's like 5 or 6 of them. Oh, open that one. Open that. Open that one. So these are the strength on these. Strength? Yeah, there's a strength. But look at, they've got like these are what I think of when I think of like librarians and stuff because of the design on the handles. What does the front say? What the strength is? Child, I can't read that. +1. +1. Okay. So let me see. So I have contacts in, which is why these are perfect. So I can, do the whole, put them on and read some stuff. Oh, hello, golly. No. I don't know if this really makes a difference or not. I guess +1. Hold on. I guess what it looks like from there to here. No, it definitely does. It definitely made it clearer. So those are +1. I will say that these feel right here very cheaply made, but they are made in China and they were like $10 for 3 pair. But this little arm feels cheap. Oh, how many did they send? 5? Yeah, 5 pair. I think these were the $10 ones. I think these were 15. Will you open those, please? And then these here, the Cheers ones, they are... Open one bag for me, please. I think these are the ones that are all like clear-ish, like different colors. Yeah, so these are the clear ones, but I think these are a 1.5, whatever. Oh, I'm trying to open them. Probably not the right way to do that, but here we are. Wait. Okay, so let's try these. I feel like you have to put them on weird like that. Oh my gosh. Okay, if I'm only using them to read, that's definitely...
That's 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5. These definitely do help if I'm using them to read. But if I try to like look out past them, I kind of want to vomit just a little bit. And then those... So yeah, these are all like the plain ones. There's nothing... I don't think there's anything crazy in the Cheers ones. There's a blue pair. These are the ones I'm excited about. The bluish ones. Oh, those come with... Okay then. These did not. These came with whatever that is at the bottom. Like a chain, I guess. Okay. What do those glasses look like? We take one out of the thing.
Those are blue.
Those are blue. And these all have blue light protection on them. So if you're using them with the computer, it should work well also. You can definitely tell those have blue light protection to them. And these are, oh, these are pretty. Look, can y'all tell? What is the strength on these? I think these are 1.5. Just one?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. The man is over there feeding the dog. Let's try this, okay. Because they're all made by different people. Oh, these don't make me immediately vomity. So these, oh, these work the best. Okay, out of all 3 pair, these feel the best.
I like this one.
You gotta wear them on your nose like that though, right? Like that's how you have to do it so you can look down like that. These actually don't look bad either. Oh, you like the tortoiseshell. So she likes these, the tortoiseshell ones for me with my hair, I guess. But I couldn't decide what I wanted, so it was free shipping on all of them. I had Amazon points from my Amazon Prime account card thingy that I use at Whole Foods all the time. So I had points. So I ended up saving like $20 on all 3 boxes of these. So I spent maybe, well, like 40 bucks for 4 boxes, or no, 30 bucks for 3 boxes, which is not bad at all since each of them had 5, 10, I think 14 total pairs. Cheaper than Target. Target was like 20 bucks a pair. I never did look at her. I never Dollar Tree. Did you try those on?
Same for me.
Same for you no matter what?
Yeah.
Are those your glasses on your face now? Oh, but you tried the other ones on?
Yeah.
Okay. But those are those. And then there's more stuff, but now I gotta go to Publix and get some eggs, since we used the last of the eggs this morning to go with the little taco things that I showed you guys in the last video. So off to Publix I go. Hi guys. So we just got home. The man had to go get some work done on his car, some warranty kind of work stuff, like some filter change and fluid change or something. I don't know. Had to take it to Chevy. So I went and picked him up and we went and got breakfast at our favorite place, Crackings. Although our favorite server is out of town. He and his wife took their kid out of the country for the first time to kind of like show him Mexico. I don't know. He's less than a year old, but they look like they had fun. Anyway, we just got back home, and of course there's deliveries from UPS and Amazon and TikTok because we have a problem, I guess. But this thing over here, the man saw a TikTok on whatever this Shark Mess Master vacuum thing is. Here's what's funny though. So he ordered this. Well, he had me order it for him on TikTok Shop, which I'm not a huge fan. I try to make sure that everything that I'm ordering off TikTok Shop is actually coming from like the manufacturer itself, not some rando with a name that I can't pronounce in a country that I've never been to. So I look it up, and Shark Mess Master comes from Shark Ninja or whatever the brand is. And the one he looked at on TikTok, it was blue and it looked badass. Some guy did a video showing how great it works, and you know, he wanted a little shop vac thing for the garage for his car and everything else. So it does wet and dry, which is a big deal, I guess. But he was like, look at it and see if we can get it for like a better price, because the blue one that he looked at on TikTok was like $130 something, and then this one was only 65. But I can tell you why, because it's butt ass ugly. Who wants a maroon vacuum thingy? It is so ugly. But here's the thing, I don't care. Like, it's gonna be in the garage, who cares? We got like half off just because it's an ugly color. I'm gonna let him open it because it's his whole thing. But in theory, this should work really well for all kinds of stuff. Like the pictures show, you can use it to clean up eggs that you drop on the ground. My brain is like, just go get a paper towel. But for some people, maybe the guys, they're like, go get the shop vac for every little thing humanly possible. He's nodding along in agreement over there at the table. Look, he's over there going, yep, shop vac for everything. And then like, Max is playing fishy out of water. Look at him. Yeah, we see you, bro. Over there, fishy out of water ring. Anyway, so this thing should come in handy, but I'm actually excited about it for myself because with a teenager in the car, she's constantly leaving crap in the car, and there's like dirt everywhere. When we go to the beach, you get sand on the car. So in theory, I should be able to just vacuum my car out in the little crevices, because look, it's hard to see, but it comes with like the little nozzle thingy-majiggies, so you can get down into the cracks and crevices of the car, that when you go to the car wash, look, I go to the car wash, and I swear it only puts like tire wet on 3 out of 4 tires. I don't know why. There's always that one tire where it's like, good luck, you get nothing, right? So it goes to the car wash, and it's still dirty in a lot of places. And then I feel like as soon as I go through the car wash, I notice how dirty the windshield is. So then I try to clean off the inside of the windshield, which just makes it worse. And you don't realize it until the sun hits it and you're blind because it's dirty, streaky. But when you go to vacuum the inside of the car, they only have that big, that wide little nozzle thing that can never really get into like little cracks inside the door and in the dash part, and then the part where the, what is that? It's not a shifter. Well, I guess it is a shifter, even though it's automatic, but mine's like a knob. It's still a shifter, but it's a little shifter knob. Anyway, you can't ever vacuum out those little places with those big ass vacuum things they have. So this will come in handy for that kind of stuff. So I'm excited. Oh, and honestly, in these little cracks and crevices on the stove and other places, look, I'm going to be that person who just drags this thing all around the house trying to find little places I can vacuum that the regular vacuum and a broom don't really reach. I'm literally looking at everywhere in the kitchen going, nope, I could probably use it there, there. Either way, 60 something bucks. It feels like a steal as long as it works and doesn't suck. But it does have a 3-year warranty, so as long as it does what it's supposed to do for the next 3 years, I guess it's worth it. 20 something bucks a year, right? Okay, so this is the thing. Remember last time you guys were here, or we were here together, I told you that I had this package coming in that I was super excited about, but I didn't want to give you like any heads up on what it was. It's here. It literally showed up like right after I got done recording the video and uploading the video, because that's, you know, how timing works. And now I don't really need it, but I will next month. So I'm going to show you guys this thing. And some of you may think it's the smartest thing ever invented. And some of you may think, you know, Michelle, why do you keep spending your money on stupid shit? It kind of depends on how you feel about this. So there's this thing called, what is the name of this thing? It doesn't say it on here. It says Baller Padliner Casino, which is interesting. Oh, Woxer. That's what it's called. So it's called Woxer. I don't know if you can see that right there, which I think is supposed to mean like women's boxer, Woxer. cheesy as hell, right? But I was on Facebook, and Facebook likes to really bombard you with ads and just random shit that you're like, stop overflowing my feed here with random crap that doesn't matter. But then I saw this thing of boxers, and I was like, oh, those are cute. And then I saw what they were for, and I was like, okay, well, now I have to attempt this. And we talked about this last video if you guys watched it. Okay, so these are the boxers, right? They're literally girl boxers, so there's no holes, like openings, because we don't have anything that needs to go out through the openings. But what these are designed to do, and maybe I should have got a smaller size. This looks real big when you do it this way. I got extra large, but it's only because you sleep in these, and I don't really like really tight stuff while I sleep. It's not comfy. So I got these, but let me show you what these are supposed to do. Fellas, if you have daughters and wives, then maybe this will be interesting for you as well. So they're regular boxers, right? It's hard to see, but they have a lining in here like panties do, so that you can wear your pad, like your always pads or whatever, to bed and still be able to fold under the wings, and then they won't move. How like when you wear underwear, it starts to ride up your ass while you sleep, and then you wake up and you're like, that's not supposed to be there. These are designed to wear regularly if you want. I'm going to use them at night, but so that you can still wear a pad and it not go everywhere. That's it. I just thought it was a genius invention, because in regular boxers you can't do that. There's nowhere for the wings to go, and if you just try to smack it in there, and it's boy boxers, they don't really fit your scoopy parts, as we've called it before. I don't know why I did it this way. I feel like this way is better, right? Anyway, it doesn't really fit your scoopy parts, ladies, because it's designed to hold your dangly parts, boys. So these should come in handy. I got two, actually I got 3 pair. They were buy 2, get 1 free. And I figure I'll keep one for me. I'll give one to the kid. And if she wants to give one to her bestie, she can. I got different sizes so they can try it as well. Because for those of you who don't know, and I'm sure most of you do, tampons are awful. And wearing them at night is a really, really bad idea. So I'd much rather the girls wear the Woxers if they can. So that's that. We went to Sam's Club after I picked up the man. We did Sam's Club, and then we went and got breakfast. But while we were at Sam's Club, I went in for literally toilet paper and paper towels. That's really all I wanted. And of course, while we were in there, it starts raining. So then the man, because he loves me so much, he put everything in the car, let me get in the car, and then he put the cart up. Some jackass left their cart right next to my car. And it's like, listen, it is not that difficult to put your cart up. Y'all know how I feel about that. I don't understand. If you're the kind of person who just leaves your cart in the middle of the parking lot, you're shitty. So don't do that. Anyway, so we went into the Sam's Club, and I ended up getting more of, oh gosh, I got like a family-sized jug of the all detergent. Speaking of, I don't really think we need this. I think we could go back to everything that's fully scented with all the dyes and whatever else. I don't want to, because I know that this is way safer, healthier for you, but we could. Because the man and I are 99.99% convinced that I was right, and that all his issues had to do with those antibiotics that they put him on. Because now that all the antibiotics are going away, he says there's no new really pop-ups. You're not itching as bad, right? He's got headphones in, so I don't even think he can hear me at this point. No, he's just sitting over there. No, he can't hear me anymore. So, but everything seems to be like working its way back to safe. So I'm very, very glad we did not take the Otezla that the dermatologist tried to put him on, or all this other stuff. And we were like, you know what, let's hold out for a little bit and see what's going on. Let's make the food changes, which we've done food changes. Let's make the clothing cleaning changes, which we've done with this. I mean, we've changed a lot of stuff. We're still convinced that it's the antibiotics that caused just absolute chaos within his body, and that, presented itself skin-wise, because he's been, like I said, doing much better. So we're going to keep using this kind of stuff. The second, third round of antibiotics should be almost out of his system, probably within another week or so, I think, because they say it takes like 30 days for a week-long version of antibiotics to go out of your system. But the last set that he was on was a 30-day set, but it was very small doses. So I'm like, maybe we'll give it like, a month and a half for it to get out of his system. But hopefully once that's all said and done, he's 100% better. We'll still stick with the new way of eating. We'll stick with the new, dye-free, chemical-free-ish kind of stuff, because I know it's definitely better for us in the long run. But I just wanted to give you guys that update, because I know a lot of you have asked. Another update that I just realized I should give you, if you saw it, if not, I will try to remember to put it at the end of this video so you can go back and watch it. When we went to Fort Lauderdale for our anniversary, and we stayed at the W Hotel, and they were shit because They had closed down the pool, they closed down the bar, there was mold outside of our room. All of it was just awful. And then they overcharged us for the daily resort fee, especially since half the resort fee amenities were non-useful. And then they charged us for opening the little refrigerator because I was going to put my leftovers in it until I realized what it was. So then I closed it. And I called them. Remember, if y'all watched the video, I called them and I was like, hey, this is this. And the lady that I was transferred to in probably Dubai. I don't know where this lady was. She was not here. I know that much. She was like, oh, I'm going to refund you that fee for opening up the refrigerator, right? Because clearly I did not take anything or nothing was moved in it. I literally just opened it. And she goes, and then, the W will reach out to you about those resort fees, whatever. Well, it took them, 3 weeks? And they finally sent me an email. Because the refund the girl said she was going to give me never showed up. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to give it a couple more days and then see what happens. And then I finally get an email from them and from the W, which is part of Marriott, right? Marriott Bonvoy. I'm pretty sure it's called W, just the letter W, W Fort Lauderdale. I'm pretty sure they're part of Marriott. But they emailed me and they said, sorry, we can't do anything for you. We're charging you for opening the refrigerator, and the fees for the resort are the fees for the resort. Even though on their website it said 55 and they charged me 62 and change, they were like, that's the taxes on the fees. And I'm like, but there's other taxes right below the fees. So none of this makes sense. And they just do not give a shit. So we will never stay at a W again. And it really sucks because we've liked them all the way up until that. And now I'm kind of like, you know what? Screw Marriott also. Because that to me is pretty crappy customer service when your math definitely doesn't math, number one. When I'm told by your representative that one part will be refunded and then you tell me, nah, sorry, boo, you get nothing back, and then you overcharge everything. Not happy with them. So there's the update that I forgot to give you guys when I got the email. Probably because I was a little pissy and I was like, that's not going to go over well. Anyway, so that's that. The other thing is, okay, let me show you. Let me turn the camera here. Don't mind my whatever. So I have leftover coffee there from this morning that we didn't finish drinking, and I need to put up the clean dishes. So I have leftover coffee over there in the Mocha Master. We went to this thing called, Coffee Wrap at Moss. And this is how smart I am. When Teddy, he's the owner, him and his wife Lupe, when he was like, hey, we're doing a coffee wrap. Do you guys want to come to it? I literally thought we were going to go and they were going to rap about coffee. Like we were going to sit around and like make music or something. I don't know what I thought was happening, but I was very confused going in. I was like, oh no, this will be fun. This will be great. We'll go rap about coffee. Am I supposed to like have some verses made up? Like, am I going to jump in here and I got to figure out how to beatbox? Kevin can do it. I'd make him beatbox, not me. Oh, now he can hear me because he's shaking his head like this over there. I'll make him beatbox. I'll throw in some verses and we'll get jiggy with it, right? That's not what it was, just so we're all fully aware. So we went and we took our friends Melissa and Michael with us. They own Everything Bagel. I've told you guys about them. We took them with us because they are wanting to use Moss coffee in their restaurants because they've tried it and they're obsessed with it just like I am. So we all went to this coffee wrap thing, and it was very knowledge giving, knowledge inducing. That's not the right word. Knowledge. I don't know. I felt way more knowledgeable about coffee afterwards.
It'd be very enjoyable.
It'd be very enjoyable in your mouth. So Teddy's Puerto Rican, and the first time we went out to eat with them, we did like a cheers thing, and he said something in Spanish. It was some phrase, and he goes, basically what it comes down to is, may it be very enjoyable in your mouth. And I was like, but sir, that's what he said, because that's how my brain works. So now anytime we're together, it's cheers, may it be very enjoyable in your mouth. But anyway, so we go to this coffee wrap thing, and there was a good amount of people there. And Teddy made this whole like PowerPoint presentation. He's standing up in front of the classroom, and he has these printouts with all the different coffees that we're going to get to try, because that's what it was. It was about tasting these little things of coffee, right? So they bring us, Lupe ordered these itty bitty cups from Crate and Barrel that are like the cutest little, not even espresso cups, they're smaller than that, like espresso taster cups. And so we have them, and we're all sitting at the table, and Teddy prints out these sheets that have the different kinds of coffees that we're going to taste with like their undertones, their notes, where they're from, all this other stuff. So you can make notes as you go so that you know what kind of coffee you like at the end. Because he was talking about how a lot of people will go buy coffee and they'll try it and they'll be like, oh man, this tastes like shit. And then it makes them not want to go back and try something else. But it's not that the coffee was bad. It's just that that flavor is not their flavor palette, right? Like you might like this one and not like this one. Like we tried coffees from India, and not to be that person, but oh my gosh, it was the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth in my entire life. We'll go there. Do whatever you want to do with that. It was absolutely awful. It was like licking dirt that had been, run through by all kinds of people. It was not good. But there were people in there who were like, oh, this is delicious. And I'm like, your flavor palette is fucked. Like, I don't understand. But we tried one from Tanzania, Peabody or something or other. We bought that one. That one's good. We love Kenya, the Kenya coffee. We love Brazil, Costa Rica. They were out of Jazz. We were a little sad about that because Jazz is like the shit, right? But we tried all these different coffees, and all these people are trying them, and you're writing down these undertones. But Teddy, he did this whole PowerPoint presentation first. And listen, we don't know why they call them coffee beans. They're not beans. They come in this little fruit that looks like a cherry, and then the cherry looking fruits are picked. Then they're like busted wide open, and then they take out the little coffee, technically I guess a bean inside it, and then they do all this stuff, and they only do like coffee like once a year is like the big coffee haul. Like they go pull all the coffee plants and do all the stuff. Either way. Then we learned about the caffeine of coffee, and the lighter the roast, technically the more caffeine, the darker the roast, the least caffeine. And then he was telling us how, and I don't know how I did not know this already, but all the caffeine that's in like Coca-Cola and stuff like that is because they get it from coffee beans. They extract the caffeine from coffee beans and then put that in Coca-Cola and stuff like that, which is also like, I did not know. It's absolutely crazy. So anyway, while we were there, the way they made the coffee for everybody to try wasn't through like your regular drip, because that would take forever, right? So they did French press for everything. So then I tell Melissa, I'm like, okay, well, I got to try a French press. Maybe we should buy one. And she's like, no, I have one. So she set it out for me to go pick up from her house. So I'm about to make coffee. The reason I showed you the coffee left over, I was just going to warm that up because I don't really care. It's from this morning. I was going to throw it in the microwave. It was going to be fine. And then Kevin's like, well, how about you try the French press? And I'm like, cool. I have no clue how to do this. So what I'm going to do now is figure this out. So I'm going to pause, y'all. I'm going to go watch a video on YouTube to figure this out. And then we're going to do this together. And then I'm going to tell you how this tastes versus my Mocha Master, which I think tastes phenomenal, like the coffee we make in it. But they say that French press tastes even better than even a high-end coffee maker. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to attempt this and hope I don't put all the grinds in the world in it. But I can see that like it turns. I don't know. I don't know if y'all use these things or not, like which ones y'all use. I think some of y'all said you use the French press. But I'm going to figure this out. And then you guys can do this with me in just a minute. But I gotta go watch that video first. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. So I watched this video called How to Use a French Press by Home Insider on YouTube. And I think it works easier for them because although their French press looks a lot like this one doesn't have any like measurement markings on it. So I need to get the regular, what is it called? Like the measuring cup, to measure water, but it says to boil water. Now, according to Teddy, you don't want to boil the water because you don't drink coffee at boiling. You drink coffee, or the hottest temperature you want your coffee at is around 200 to 202 degrees. And I think he said that the majority of coffee makers will make it between 198 and 202, if I can remember, because of my dumbass threw away the notes that I took at the coffee wrap. And I took so many good notes to share with y'all. And then I was helping them clean up and I realized I threw it all away. And I was like, didn't even take a picture. Really? That's what we're doing, Michelle? Okay. So I'm not going to do it to boiling, but I do have the electric kettle, right? I do have an electric tea kettle. So we'll do that. We'll electric tea kettle it. And this is my Drew Barrymore one that I got at Walmart like forever ago for, I want to say it was like $40. Like I feel like it was more expensive than it needed to be for what it is. But I can, when I plug it in, it's like the touch screen and I can do all the different things. So I can set it to the temperature I want. So I'll set it to 200 and I'll boil the water. And then it was saying that when you grind the beans, which technically I can do any coarseness because we've got that, what was it OXO or O whatever, bean grinder. I can do it. They said you want it coarse like gravel. And then you put down here, he said you put 3 tablespoons per cup of water, which seems, excuse me, aggressive because over there I do 2 tablespoons per cup of water, which is really 1 scoop because it's 2 tablespoons per scoop. Oh, the math, y'all, me and math. And this is like brain surgery to me right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what they say and do 3 tablespoons for a cup of water, although I don't think it's the right way to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's what it said. And then I'm going to make it coarser, but I'm going to make the Kenya blend, which is what we had this morning, so that I can mentally and taste buddily compare it to the Mocha Master. But I'm going to clean this thing first, and then I'm going to get the water measured. Then I'm going to pour it in here. Then I'm going to turn it on so that I know it's the right amount of water, as opposed to pouring hot-ass water into my little plastic measuring cup. That doesn't seem like the right way to do it. So I'll do that, and then I'll show you guys how it looks once I get it done. Because I don't want to sit here and watch me do all of that. So hold on. Okay, so I'm going to do the coffee grounds. Now this is, I don't know if you guys can see this. These are the coffee grounds I do in the morning, and I can't, the lighting in here is trash, and I realize that. But these, I'm gonna stick my finger in this thing. These are like really fine. It's very hard to tell, but these are really fine. So I'm supposed to make these like way more aggressive, like coarser. What do I do with these? Look, I'm having a moment. Let me get rid of these. There's not that much worth saving. So I guess what I gotta do is, instead of this being on medium, I have it on 8 on here. I need to turn it closer to like a 10 or a 12 maybe, because it goes to 15. I think I'm gonna go to 12 because I'm just pulling numbers out my ass here. I think I'm gonna
up to 11.
Turn it up to 11. I'm gonna put it on 12, and then I keep all my coffee down in a drawer now, because Teddy also said that it needs to stay away from like light and all that other stuff. And since I always have these on, I was like, I don't know if fake light counts, but either way. So we'll go here. So I need to measure these, right? So if this is 1 scoop is equal to 2 tablespoons. And he said, y'all, math in my head. And he said, you need 3 per cup. So technically I need 6 of these. No, 3 of these for 2 cups of coffee. This feels wrong. Am I doing math correctly over here, sir?
I'm not listening.
Oh, you listened earlier. Okay, let's see. All right, so we'll say, and it's supposed to be like an even scoop, and I'm not going to do everything evenly. So 1, 2, okay, which is technically 4 tablespoons, and this is technically 6 tablespoons. So that would make 2 cups of coffee, which doesn't really seem like enough coffee. So then I feel like I need to do more, right? So then, y'all, okay, so then now we're at 4 cups of coffee there, if I do these coarsely, right? See, I have absolutely no idea how this works. This is why I do what I do in life and don't do something else. You be glad I didn't teach your children, because they'd be dumb as dirt when it came to math. All right, it's gonna be loud. Pause. All right, so those are done. I don't know if you can see the difference here. Let me stick my finger in this thing again. Hold on. I don't know if you can really tell. Not really. Okay, they're definitely coarser, but I don't know if they're like the right coarseness. We're about to find out when I pour it into this French press thing. But I still have to do the water, because I didn't do the water yet. So I'll just bring you guys back over here. And then, in theory, what I'm supposed to do is pour all of these into here. I don't see how this is going to hold 6 cups of water. I probably should have measured that part first. Okay, so technically, here's all of the grounds, which I guess they do look kind of coarse, right? Kind of coarse. So I'm supposed to do that, then put the hot water in there. And then once the hot water's in there, I'm supposed to sit this on top, just like this, so it holds in the heat. And then, because it's a lighter roast, I'm supposed to let it steep for 5 minutes. So it steeps like tea instead of whatever normal coffee does. I don't know. So it's supposed to steep for like 5 minutes, and then you're supposed to slowly push this down so it pushes all the grounds down that have like floated to the top. And they said don't go fast, because then obviously the top will pop off and hot water will go everywhere and you have a whole McDonald's situation, right? So you're supposed to go slow with it. And then when you get all the way down to the bottom, it says pour and enjoy, and it'll be the best cup of coffee you've ever had. So let's go warm up some water, and see what happens. Hold on. I think it's 4 cups of water, not 6. I literally just said 6 cups of water, but I think when we were doing the math earlier, we came out with 4 cups because 2 cups wasn't enough. I think we stopped at 4. I don't know. This is either going to taste really good or really, really strong and really, really gross. So I measured out 4 cups, and I just had like a brain fart or genius moment. I'm not quite sure. And I was like, you know, having to measure this every single day would be a pain in the ass. We measure it for the coffee. I just pour it in and it has lines on it. Like, it's not like this is any different. It's just in a different setup. So it's not a big deal. All right, so let's plug this joker in over here. All right, so we'll plug this thing in. Indy, I'll put it on here. I don't know if y'all can see. Okay, yeah, so it'll let me power on, and then I can do the temperature up. So we'll put it right at 200, and then it'll warm up, and then when it's done, we'll pour it into here, and then let it steep and do whatever. Okay, well, while that's doing that, hi, how's it going? Y'all come back over here with me. We're just gonna go in circles. Hopefully you don't mind. Look, my stove is actually nice and clean. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I have one more thing I want to open while that does that. I want to show you guys. I was really excited about, because y'all know I like to make bacon and sausage and eggs and all that fun stuff. And if you don't know, now you know. And I normally do it on here, but I've been doing it on this thing, on this, right? But I've been having to like angle it over 2 different burners, and one's a really big burner, one's a small burner. So then the back half of the bacon doesn't get any heat. The front half gets all hot and crispy. It's such a pain in the ass. And then when I try to make pancakes on it, because it's completely unevenly heated, I'm having a really hard time getting pancakes made for the whole family at one time. So I ordered, and I have no scissors, let me grab scissors. I ordered this thing from Target, again, because I have all the Target gift cards from overbuying at Target for all of my life, really. And I went on their website to look for an electric griddle, right? That's what they're called, electric griddle. I'm not supposed to cut towards you, but it's sometimes the easiest way to open a box. So I ordered this one because it was pretty, number one, and it was on sale, and I used gift cards. So I got the Green Life one. I don't know if you guys have ever used this one, but it does have like the removable grease tray. But this is the bigger one. This one is, what size is this? Brain. This is the, why doesn't it say what size it is? Am I missing it? Am I having a moment? Look. Y'all tell me, where on here? There it is, 10.5 by 20. So it's a pretty big one compared, size matters in certain events. Right, ladies? Right. Size matters here. This was a bigger one than some of the others, and I got it for like, I think it was like $30 with the sale. Then I used my gift cards that I had, so I paid like $7 for it. So I'm very happy about that. Anytime you can get something for a really good price is a very good day. So I got this. We're going to try this for all kinds of stuff later on. I don't know what I'll make on here first. Probably pancakes, honestly, or bacon, maybe sausage, maybe all of it. But I'm excited about it. So that's that. I don't really have anywhere to put it with all this storage because of how big it is. I don't think it fits in. It might fit in that bottom drawer. Hopefully. If not, it's going to have to go on top of the cabinet. Ew, I don't want to do that. Either way, we'll figure it out. Okay, water's almost done. Let's go back to the water. Hi, how's it going? Just gonna spin y'all around real quick. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. The kid and I are supposed to go see a movie we're excited about. She's never seen Twilight on the big screen, and she's always wanted to, and they brought Twilight back on the big screen. They're bringing, I don't know if I told you this, they're bringing Back to the Future back on Halloween, which, you know, kind of sucks because Halloween, the kids going to be trick-or-treating, so we can't go see it unless there's like a midnight showing or something. But I would love to go do that, go see Back to the Future on big screen. And then we go pick up the man's mom this weekend to bring her back for house hunting. I'm very excited about that, and you guys are too. I know you would love to say hi to Janini. All right, it's almost ready. Please hold. All right, so I'm going to go get that, and then I'm just going to, like, here so y'all can see exactly what's going on. So technically, I'm always wary of pouring things into glass. I know that's what glass is meant for, but it's still weird to me. And I know this is the exact right amount of liquid, so hopefully all the liquid fits. I started thinking about that after I started putting the grounds in here. I was like, how do I know if 4 is going to fit in here? I don't know how much this holds. It doesn't say anywhere on here, but this is, oh, come on now. I need you all to fit. If not, it's going to be some strong ass coffee. Y'all. y'all. We are right there. How am I supposed to put this little lid thing on? Look. Look, how am I supposed to do this? It is literally at the top. And there's still just a hint of liquid left in there. Not much. All right, so they said to do this, but then I'm supposed to set this on here to keep it. But the way gravity works, I'm about to have liquid all over my counter, right? Look. Ta-da. I don't know what's, no, look, it's starting to, can y'all see that? It's going to start like smushing out. No, don't smush out. Hold on, wait. No, that's not going to catch it. Hold on. Stop. All right, so we've learned that 4 cups is too many. I kind of don't see a point in a French press then. I'm not even going to lie. Like if you can't even make the right amount of coffee for 2 people, how is this worth it? Do they make bigger French presses? Maybe that's what it is. It looks like it's crapping out chocolate cake. I don't know what's happening here, but that's exactly what it looks like. Ew. Ew. All right, well, while it does that for the next 5 minutes, when I push this down, it's going to be, I was going to say bloodbath, but like a coffee bath, which is not a good bath to have. That's so gross looking. I don't think I like French press. Or I just need to, I did the go big or go home, and I should have gone smaller to start with, just to, listen, that's what she said, to figure this whole thing out. So, what do you want to talk about for 4 to 5 minutes? You got anything? I bought 12 things of Puffs tissues. Because I was at Sam's Club, and Sam's Club sells everything by the buttload. So now I have 12 little boxes of Puffs tissues, which when the kid was in school, like elementary school, it was, you know, bring tissues to school. You had to bring enough for the whole class, which I guess because they expect all of them to get sick at the same time. Side note, here in where we live, they said that hand, foot, mouth disease thing, I don't know why they use the word disease, but I don't like that, but hand, foot, mouth, whatever, was going around at like all the schools around here. So anytime the kid would come home, I'd be like, did you share anything with anybody today? Because if you did, don't touch my stuff. Like, no, you cannot taste my coffee. No, I won't give you a bite of this because you keep your little grody germs over there. Because you know how kids are. They pick up all the germs, and then they might not look like they have them, but then they just go fling them right onto you. So how long have we been here? I feel like it's only been like 45 seconds. The glass is freaking toasty though. Don't touch. Okay. Well then, I guess we'll pause for another second while this does its thing, and then we'll see what happens when I push the little lever down. And then when we taste it, there's no way this is going to come out correctly. I'm already fully convinced that I have done messed up AA, Ron. We might have to start over. I don't know. It looks like molten chocolate cake. Look, I'll bring you down here so you can see. Bring you down here. Does that not look like chocolate cake that is like spilling out the top? I wish it was chocolate cake. Chocolate cake sounds delicious right now, but either way. Also, tell me why, y'all. We went to eat breakfast, and it's my favorite place. I told y'all we went to Crackings, and I was like, okay, listen, I'm not doing the carb thing. So let's have no potatoes, no biscuit, no muffin, no whatever, which obviously the best part of breakfast is a biscuit with some butter and some jelly on it. It is like the highlight of breakfast. So I was like, no, don't even order anything that comes with the potatoes. Don't order anything that comes with the biscuit, because your willpower is null. You have none. It's not there. You're gonna eat this stuff. So I was like, all right, listen, this is what I want to do. And our friend Greg was sitting at the bar. He's the one who built our wardrobe I showed you guys. He was sitting at the bar when we got there. It's not like a bar. It's like a breakfast bar, so it doesn't really count. But anyway, he was sitting there, and they brought his food out. And it's just a plate with scrambled eggs and cheese and some turkey sausage links. And I'm like, bro, that sounds delicious. I would like to do the same thing. So when it was time for me to order, I ordered the same thing, except I got real sausage. Turkey sausage is fake. I want real sausage. So I got the sausage patties, and then I was like, oh, but I also want bacon. So then I added bacon. So I had 3 eggs with cheese. I had 3 strips of bacon and 2 sausage patties. But no biscuit, no potatoes, no nothing. That joker was like $17. When you a la carte shit, it is so expensive. I'm like, I should have just got the whole ass meal with the potatoes and the whatever and the whatever. But then I wouldn't have had 2 meats. So, whatever. but I still took a bite of biscuit. You know why? That one over there. He got strawberry jelly and put it on his biscuit. And he was like, you want a bite? And I was like, no, I'm good, thanks. And then he would just randomly just biscuit like right there. And I'm like, no. And he's like, okay. And then he got to that one part of the biscuit that has like all the jelly right smack dab in the middle, right where all the butter was. And he was like, And I was like, okay, because I can't pass up the butter jelly bite. So I took a bite. And then I ate 2 potatoes. But as far as I'm concerned, I burned more calories chewing them than I consumed. So it's okay. Has it been 4 minutes yet? Listen, pot, kettle. That's the pot. No, wait. I watched pot never boils. Pot calling kettle black. Those are 2 totally different phrases. I watched pot never boils. But I don't really want this thing to boil. So maybe it's been long enough. I have no idea if it's been long enough. It feels like it. I think I'm going to go ahead and just push the thing anyway. See what happens. Y'all want to watch? Because I can guarantee you it's going to be awful. Let's see. Okay. I'm supposed to go slowly with this. There's no way this is going to work out well. Are you ready? All right, so I'm pushing slowly. Okay, there's not a ton of liquid coming up, which is exactly what I expected to happen. Oh, there goes the grounds. Can y'all see that? Ew. Hold on. Let me just make sure y'all can see everything. There we go. So I'm pushing down. Oh, look. Hold on. Let me take you out of the hole. Hi, how are you? Look, let's go this way. All right, so I'm pushing down on the thing. You guys can see it's pushing the coffee grounds down. And so the coffee is at the top, in theory, right? That's supposed to be all the grounds at the bottom. And then you get down there, and then you hit, that's the stopping point. But look, there's all these grounds around the top. So I feel like I've done something wrong here, and pouring this out is not going to taste very good. So I don't know what to do here. I'm going to pause and put you guys back in this little stand. So I guess the question is, can I take the thing out and then push it back down? Like, I feel like that's not how that works. Because then the grounds just go back up. I'm trying it anyway, in case you're curious what I'm doing. I'm trying to lift this out. Because look at all the grounds along the edge. Look. So there's all the grounds along the edge. But I'm like, okay, well, maybe I will take, I don't have a spoon. I have a spoon right here. So I'll just take a spoon, right? And like fling them little jokers off. And technically, I guess these are on the outside. My counter's gonna be dirty as hell. All right, so you go away, you go away. If I can get all these little jokers off here. Let's try this again. So then, right? I don't know, I'm trying to like clean it. I don't know how this works. I'm pretty sure I've just effed this whole thing up. But let's try this again. So we'll push this back in here, right? And we'll go slow again to push them back down. I'll pour the first cup for Kevin. So he gets all the grounds. And then I'll take the second cup and see how it works. All right, so that's that. Let's get cups. I will use my, because I don't have a cup from Moss. They don't have any cups yet to buy. So I will use this one for me. I've got a Causeway coffee, which we love Causeway. So I'll do Causeway. Kevin can have the Starbucks one. But you're supposed to hold this. And then, but wait, there's like a, isn't there like a filter part you can, oh, I guess you don't want the filter there. Oh, no. Let's see. Oh, there's definitely some grounds that went in there. It'll be okay. It's only a couple. Babe, this is not going to make nearly enough coffee. It said 4, but I guess our cups hold way more. Okay, so I'm going to give this to him in a second. Hold on. I'm going to make my coffee first. So I need creamer. This is the one I'm currently obsessed with for anybody who is curious. This is the organic natural bliss, but the sweet cream one. The vanilla one, for some reason, here's the part of TMI for today. The vanilla one has given me the poos lately. So I've been going sweet cream. And so we'll try this in here, but we only count to 3. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Way more than I needed. All right, let's do this. And then let's pour me some. Everything over here just looks so dirty right now because of attempting this. My counter is never this dirty. Well, I guess, and he said don't go all the way to the bottom because then you'll get the grounds because it's not going to stop all of them. So I guess I'll go about there. I don't really see any coffee grounds except for on the spoon. Let's rinse the spoon off. And then, let's see. All right. Stir. Okay, no coffee grounds in mine. Look. I don't see any in his either. Okay. Y'all, let's go. Let's do this. So I'm going to take him his. Wait. All right. So I'll take Kevin his. Dun, 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 dun. I'm doing this YouTuber style. That's for you. And then you're going to tell me that it's too hot to... A cuppa? Don't say that. I know that's what Kara and Nate say, but I don't know why I hate that cuppa. Is it too hot to try?
Fuck yeah.
Okay. That's pretty much the response I expected. So we'll pause for 2 seconds. Let the coffee cool. Hold on. Max wants to say hi. Senior Eepoo. Hello. Hello, Maxie Poo. Are you doing Elvis face? Yes, y'all can't tell, but he does this thing where he pulls the right side or left side of his face back and he smiles like Elvis. With your little floofy face. You're almost time for a groom. Thank goodness, because look at you. Look at you. You're just a hot mess. You're just a hot mess, but you're so stinking cute with it. I'll allow it. All right. Is it cooled off now? It's been 14 seconds. Mine looks like it needs more creamer. That definitely looks like it came out darker than what comes out of the coffee pot. So I think I'm gonna add a little more creamer, then we'll try this. All right, I added more creamer. I'm going to attempt this and see how it tastes. It smells like coffee. Doesn't smell crazy. Nothing weird. It's probably still too hot, but let's see. I'm not sure what I've done here. It's smooth. I think it's just a little stronger than I would normally make it. Hold on. Or maybe it's more sweet cream than I normally have, but it's also stronger coffee, so the flavor's throwing me off because it's doing that weird thing like in the back of your throat. Anyway, that's what she said. Or he said, hey, whatever you like. But I don't love it. It's going to be up to the man to taste it because he just drinks his black. So there is no way for him to mess it up or me to mess it up by putting too much or too little creamer in it. So once he tastes it, then I'll be able to let you know. And he's typing right this second, but I'm going to interrupt everything he's doing. Even though he's working hard. I'd like him to hardly work for a second. And try to coffee. Help a sister out. Also, he was cleaning stuff out and look what he found. Don't fuck up the table. It's a coaster. It's pretty funny. Anyway. Guard dog. Hey, your paws aren't crossed. Normally he crosses his paws and he looks all like a little fruity doggy, but I love it. He's adorable. Look at your little tail. Little helicopter. Look at you, Maxie Poo. Look at. Oh, I didn't say stand up. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Moment of truth.
Ooh.
It's strong, right? Okay. I thought I messed up.
It tastes like India, but worse.
Okay, so we prefer non-French press or we prefer I learn how to use French press?
Ew.
Okay,
It's
so
like burnt carrots.
okay, so it's not just me because the coffee itself is delicious, but I don't know how to French press.
That's
Look,
that's not good.
I know it's not. So guess what? We will have to start over.
Oh, no.
I think I'm gonna start over from the Mocha Master though, as opposed to the French press, and maybe we'll just let the French press be that special bougie thing that we have when we go out to coffee places. And here because that flavor, it's still sitting right there, and it is not delicious at all. So for those of you who use a French press and know what you're doing, bless it, because I can't. Obviously, I don't know what I'm doing with it. So we're just gonna clean this out and give it back to Melissa and thank her very much. And we're gonna make some regular coffee now. So I guess that's it. We could do more, but I'm gonna let you guys go. It's been a long video for you, having to listen to me figure out how to do stuff. I love you immensely, and I will see y'all later. Bye-bye.